we got to talk about woke.
Brother,
I can't believe these videos exist. It feels like a parody from like 2016.
I literally thought it was. Like I saw.
In fact, I'm still not sure that it is.
Like, this is too funny.
I'm still not sure that it isn't.
Oh, the Chad face cover photo.
Like, it's got everything. It's got the silhouette thing. Is he
classic?
Is he in a spacesuit?
Dude.
Yeah, it looks like a space helmet.
Classic silhouette, including the facial hair and glasses of the owner of the channel.
And a skull, right? So
And
it's
a
his
skull.
half is his face and half is skull.
Well,
Is
half
that
is the
what's happening?
pussy.
Well, usually I go to the banner because like the banner gives me an idea of what type of Chad you are. Oh, there it is.
So badass, dude.
There it is.
Some of the center of his face.
Yeah, it's like the least. It's like the most Chad parts of his. You had to get the cheekbones and like the brow line, and otherwise no other part of his face.
None of his muscular neck or huge jawline.
Yeah.
We skipped that. Oh, that's these are amazing.
Yeah, these thumbnails and titles, like it feels like parody. Can we just go to all videos?
Oh my god.
Gross. Two dudes kissing. Gross.
What's the most popular video on this channel? Who killed
masculinity?
The pussification of video games. There's an issue that I have with titles and thumbnails where you sometimes feel like you're just doing keyword soup. The fact that they just put out a video called DEI the game, and then a video 6 months ago called Is This DEI the Game?
You know what? You can tell by the thumbnail because they don't make Call of Duty games anymore.
Oh, they don't, right?
Yeah, they got rid of those.
Jacob, could you Google like list of Call of Duty games by year?
It's probably like one per decade, right?
Yeah, like maybe just one or two.
They wouldn't hire
every century.
Yeah, they wouldn't hire multiple studios so that they can come out every single year.
No, yeah, they wouldn't just put them out in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015,
A lot of them set in the 70s, actually.
2013, 2012, 2011. 2010,
and then 3 mobile versions.
2009, 2008, 2007, 2006, 2008.
Oh!
They skipped 2004.
Lazy. That's actually when it began, was after Call of Duty 1.
Just kidding. They put out Call of Duty United Offensive and Call of Duty. They actually put out 2 games in 2004.
Really close. But you can imagine they missed it. You know what I mean?
So you could imagine that if they had not put out 50 Call of Duty games
Sure.
in the last
If
20
something
years,
else had happened,
if something completely different had happened, there like wouldn't be any Call of Duty games.
you can imagine that, right?
Does anybody else feel like masculinity has slowly been drained from modern video games?
Finally.
I was looking at recent staff photos of Ubisoft and Halo Infinite.
Why were you doing that?
Okay, wait. There is absolutely no way that this is not a photo from, like, say, a careers page
Yeah.
about
They're
the
like
women of
women
Ubisoft.
of Ubisoft org or something like that.
And by the way, it's a room of exclusively white women.
Yeah.
There is, but because of DEI, dude.
Well, that's why they have their hair blue, because it's colored. So after scouring the internet for the source of this image, we learned that this is definitely not from Ubisoft.
It's from a Quebecy careers, several different a Quebecy careers pages.
Is Quebecy how you say
Quebecois?
Quebecois.
Some XQC style pages.
Yeah. I feel like he just Googled women with blue hair in photo.
I think he Googled scariest thing to me.
Okay.
Nightmare I'd have.
White liberal women have no interest in masculine, manly, male characters.
This image actually that's about to come up is notoriously an image from like a 343 event. This one gets passed around a lot. Now, if you have a child's mind, which, you know, is for the audience of somehow adults, but with children's mind, this is scary, right? Women.
Right.
But
yeah, okay.
they have never worked. They have never been amongst a community.
Right.
Did they think 30 people made Halo Infinite? That game is in development for 180 years.
I just don't understand how, like, if you see
There it is.
a group of women who work at a company together taking a photo, like you had women work on the game, so it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
they didn't use
this
to.
isn't even like, you don't even know what roles have these people.
no
These people could be
idea.
in fucking accounting.
Yeah, this could be just the admin area.
Yeah.
They have no idea.
Like, not that that matters, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, even in the world that they are imagining, where it's like, a woman's place is at the reception desk. It does feel like, oh, you have a female receptionist. This is why video games are woke
They
now.
got in the way, huh? They grabbed the TV and grabbed the controller.
If you'll notice, one of them has a Dungeons and Dragons shirt on, and it's got gay rainbow, gay flag,
dude,
trans
get that
gay people
shit
bad.
out of here. Not in my masculine video games.
Turn that off.
I didn't sign up to the consensual Call of Duty draft of every year since 2003 to be disrespected by the woke.
Me, a veteran.
Virtually speaking, I've served in many tours. I served in the Modern Wars. I served in the Modern Wars 2.
The Black Ops 4s.
Yeah, dude. I even served for the Global Offensive.
Dude, I fought in the Infinite Warfare, if you
my
could
God,
believe it,
dude.
which took a while.
Dude, I fought for Reach.
Dude, they're afraid. That's what's so weird, is it's just fear. Like, they scan across. Look how fulfilled everyone is in the photo. Look at that one person there with the kind of pinkish purplish hair. Mm-hmm. Look how incredibly happy they are. Mm-hmm. They love where they are
because
they're amongst peers.
They're happy because they've ruined gaming. That's what they're actually like sleeper agents.
They hate it. Why do they hate games? Remind me.
No, just kidding. We're not. We've only got 19 seconds in. We haven't given them the chance to make their point. Yeah. So I'm going to stop judging a book by its cover.
Writing why this guy's bad.
And then a picture of the thumbnail.
Yeah, evidence.
Evidence.zip.
They wouldn't even know how to write one if they tried. This is why Rockstar, a company founded by men that at least in
so was
2018...
Ubisoft. What are you talking about?
A company founded by men. This can't be real, though. This is like a baby's understanding of the world.
This is why Rockstar, a company founded by men that at least in 2018 was still mostly run by men, created the magnum opus Red Dead Redemption 2.
There's a guy with a cowboy hat.
If you want to see the seismic shift away from masculine characters, honestly, all you need to do is play a few games from 2006, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Google Sonic Frontiers release date. Or wait, no.
Sonic 06.
Wait, Sonic 06 release date. Yeah, Google Sonic 06 release date. Wait a second. That one came out in 2006.
But he's...
Well, the most masculine man ever.
Well, he's cool, and he has a child bride in that game for some reason.
The funny thing about this is all of it. The funny thing is, this is kind of like how people will complain about the old days, but it's really just that you didn't have your brain poisoned by like noticing whenever you saw a woman to be upset when you enjoyed things in the past.
If in like 2010 I acquired arachnophobia, and then I was like, remember 2005 before spiders?
Well, there
remember
were no
back when everything was
spiders.
Okay?
Yeah,
and then they made them.
There were 7-legged hairy freaks, dude.
Yeah, which is fine to me.
Which is doesn't trigger my arachnophobia.
It's correlation, not causation, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like, I used to be not miserable, and now I don't love games anymore. And it's definitely not because I've lost the capacity for fulfillment.
Yeah, like I saw someone tweeting about how Mr. Beast was in the NBA All-Star game, which is a thing that happened.
That rocks.
They were like, my friend Kofi tweeted, if this had been Dude Perfect, I think it would have gone over better. And then someone was like, Dude Perfect in the big year 2025. And then someone was like, they still get 1 billion views. You just grew up.
You're just from space.
You just are older now. And you think that, like, I sometimes get DMs from people that are like, wow, you're still around. Yeah, I didn't fucking die.
Wait, what would happen?
I like, did you just develop object permanence? I don't fucking exist when you, like, cease to exist when you're not thinking about it.
Did you think the views were you?
Yeah.
You thought that was all?
Yeah, it's like you're not, it's like, but people naturally do this, and I don't know why. I feel like this is the most extreme version of it where you use it to project your current perception of the world.
Yeah. What you said
contrasted with like your previous perception of the world.
Consider how many masculine military games came out in the 2000s. Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Brothers in Arms.
These are
World War II.
Operation Flashpoint, Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell. All of these games were starring men and had themes like brotherhood, duty.
Yeah, because they're fucking war games. Are you like a baby?
That's a child's interpretation of Brothers in Arms. They had themes about brothers, brothership,
Arms.
a Call of Duty.
Alexa, define
Splinters.
selection bias. Jesus Christ. Like, this is like, what is your fucking media literacy aptitude? 0. negative number than that.
I wish they made even more military sim shooters now. Oh, they do by several thousand times?
Well, and like, why these types of games still exist? Why can't other games exist too?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with these games other than propaganda, but like
other than lots of things. But.
Yeah, other than lots of things. But playing these games and enjoying these games as a kid, whatever. Like, I have no, whatever. I don't care. But like presenting that is like that was the bastion of masculinity.
It's just so silly.
Those games all still exist.
They exist. Many of them have sequels. Rainbow Six, fortunately, in the last few years, no games for about 10 years. Sad. Literally, not only do these games often get re-releases, I cannot fucking explain to you how many dad-style milsims, like military sim games, litter Steam. Open Steam and scroll once without finding one of them. It is stacked with them. The same way there's a million like hunting games that we don't play because they're not for us.
Also, hey consumer, you ever consider the fact that these games exist because of the market forces that allow for a video game market for you to buy into them? You were just a willing customer, and now that there are more customers to consume more media, there's more media that is available to more types of customers.
Customers who...
We live in a capitalist hellscape, and all you are is a fucking dollar sign to these people.
That's isolated yourself and won't word of mouth a game to anyone because you don't talk to anyone. So why would they possibly make that for you?
Right. So it's like the only reason that there are more games that appeal to more people is because there are more people playing games. There are just more games being made. This is a world where like there weren't that many games made. There, like if you look at the number of studios making games, there's just more.
So many more.
It's like being like, why isn't Elvis on the radio anymore? It used to just be that Elvis was on all the time.
Too much Kendrick is on, and it's removed Elvis from the radio.
It's like, no, there's been a proliferation of genre and just the amount of games that exist in the world. There are, billions of unplayed games in Steam libraries. We talked about that before.
There are so many SWAT simulator games now. Ready or Not was like one of the hugest games on Twitch for a while. But that was like a year and a half ago. It's basically
Anyway, this episode is sponsored by War Thunder, a realistic military mobile game simulator.
No, that doesn't.
Sorry, that is a real mobile game that this episode is not sponsored by. But
because of all the women that are involved with it.
But I watch enough RuneScape videos to get to get that ad.
I watch some gaming Let's Play, and they're like, or like a video essay that's genuinely compelling, and they go like, War Thunder, by the way. You can blow someone up, and let me tell you,
and it's realistic vehicle combat. See, I'm like, I hate that my brain just attaches to because anything that's like a song, I'll remember. So it's a realistic vehicle combat. You can have like a tank, and it blows up the way it should.
From the period accurate,
yeah.
But they don't have that anymore.
But yeah, it's like, so this is like, I would fail you on your like investigation. I would fail you on your supporting evidence. I would fail you on the lack of acknowledgement of bias.
Almost all of these franchises have either been killed off, turned into multiplayer games, or went woke. I often wonder why so few modern games appeal to me. And I think another big reason is this. Everything is just so game.
Okay.
What's that? That's Apex Legends, I think.
Should we make this our Sad Boys banner from now on?
Dude, everything is gay now is pretty funny. Gay games is the chapter title.
Why don't things appeal to me? It's not because of woke. It's because you seem to only like war games.
Yeah, I think you have limited interest.
Broaden your horizons.
Well, the thing is, it's
get
like
into war sims and shit.
It's like the thing that's actually happening is the standards being set in the moment. So when, like your Elvis example, it's like old guys complaining that there's no Westerns anymore.
Yeah.
It's because Westerns don't sell because you and your friends mostly died from old age. The demographic is always going to be expendable income, a demographic that will share games with other people, and a demographic that like has the hardware to play, or at least the interest to do it, and feels served by stuff, right? I look at this and I go like, oh, look, they gave him the haircut that they always do. And that is me being critical of the delivery.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me go like, and they've betrayed me.
When the Wii came out, did they say like video games are parents now?
Yeah.
Like video games
all
are
tennis.
It's all, dude, everything's fucking Wii Sports now.
Dude.
It's because, but the Wii sold so well with demographics that previously didn't own game consoles because it had a broader appeal. The PlayStation 2 sold well, not only for its gaming library, but because it was a affordable DVD player.
But games for boys, game only for boys.
It is such a solitary experience that this person is having that they are now projecting onto an entire industry and population.
Almost every character in these new games is either gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, or something else.
Yeah, that robot included.
Oh, the something else, by the way, is cishet and straight.
Yeah, and
which is, and it's still the majority.
Well, no, what they mean is, and something else, which is cis, straight, and black.
Dude, it's like well, the thing you left out is that the majority of them are still straight, and if you acknowledge that, then you wouldn't have an argument.
Like, what happened to a masculine dude with a hot chick on his arm?
Oh, my answer. Duke Nukem Forever sold like fucking shit.
Yeah.
It made no money. It was famously the worst selling sequel of all time.
I love the idea of Xbox Game Pass, but I swear every time I open it up and look for new games, there's just so many games that look gay now.
Those are just indie games.
Cutesy 2D platformer or a game with a cutesy art style by some indie developer anymore.
Also, he's only looking at indie games. Which
he's just mad that people are making games that they want to make.
Dude, I'm sick of these girls playing turbo golf racing.
I was recently reading an insider interview about what went down at Volition Studios with the disastrous Saints Row reboot from an inside source.
It's a bad game.
This source said that the LGBTQ community within the company was actually pretty small, but they are the loudest and the most annoying, and the company leadership chose to promote these people into key roles. And that's how you get the absolute dumpster fire of a game that was Saints Row 2022.
Yeah. You don't get it from a failing studio, definitely.
Studios is about 80% of the staff is probably just hetero dudes trying to do their job.
Offend the LGBTQ mafia?
Okay. So they can't even deny that 80% of the staff is hetero dudes. They can't get around that because it's just the case.
But they're being held hostage now.
Yeah,
they're being held hostage by the LGBTQ mafia.
Which is mafia, guys.
Which honestly, they shouldn't have probably hired them if they're so afraid of them.
Why get involved with the mob?
Yeah, don't take out a loan with a loan
I'm
shark.
imagining them being like, we got an offer we can't refuse. That's a gay guy talking. I'm doing a gay voice.
I want to ask what this guy thinks that gay people are going to do to them. Like, you're afraid of offending them. What are they going to... What was the shift between when gay people were, like, the minority and powerless to when they, like...
Took over everything and owned everything.
Yeah,
and
shit,
now
dude.
and are now holding everyone hostage. Yeah,
it was one of the CODs probably. It was one of the Call of Duties. Was probably when it changed. I would imagine.
Call of Duty Girl Boss 6.
When there was a
well,
girl
I heard
on the
gay
cover.
people can spray the gay out of their hands and make everybody else gay.
That would be awesome. Rainbows.
I'm happier.
That's what the Care Bears did.
Oh, you're right.
The wonderful irony in all this is that it's the very games that the woke cancel mob has tried to cancel that seem to do the best. Remember Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, men who dress in women's clothes tried to get it canceled. Instead, the game sold 25 million copies.
Also, do you know a fucking ton? There's actually, well, it's not important, but a ton of trans people worked on Hogwarts Legacy. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything, obviously.
Like, so if you're like, take that woke Hogwarts Legacy sold a lot. Well, trans people worked on the game.
Yeah, like
also.
a ton of people. And the same thing would apply if they made a military game.
Weren't there pronouns in trans Legacy?
Yeah, trans Legacy.
Sorry,
dude.
Sorry. Weren't there pronouns in Hogwarts Legacy or something that people got upset about? Or like a new wizard. There was like something.
Oh, there are like gender non-conforming characters in it.
I just remember something that like people who were playing Hogwarts Legacy were like, oh, they put the woke into this game, even though the wokes won't play it or something like that.
And even cares about.
Oh yeah, dude!
Hell yeah! Target destroyed. Why don't they make game before? This is their thunder! Why don't they make this? Go! Let's fucking go!
Dude, imagine watching this video as someone that believes this, and then this comes up.
Realistic vehicle combat!
Oh, fuck, that's awesome.
Oh, I cannot
How to murder a franchise!
That was the most appropriate ad we possibly could have gotten.
Awesome. I'm so glad we weren't logged in. I'm so glad we got the ad.
Game developers need to stop putting gay stuff in games, and they need to fire every liberal white woman if they want us to ever buy a game again.
He's at the quiet part so loud. He screamed the quiet
Holy
part out
shit,
loud
dude.
into a fucking
They need to
quarry.
do fascism, please.
They need to cleanse the office.
It's like, I want my Tindy so bad. Let's do fascism.
Phil Spencer is out here complaining about how people aren't spending as much money on games anymore. I guarantee if you give us hetero dudes hot chicks and games again and manly men, you will see sales go through the roof.
You will absolutely not, and I would bet you $1,000. Contact, my DMs are open, dude.
Hey, bro. Also, you're buying games. I don't believe you.
If you guys give us hot manly fuck.
Cool.
Yes, hot manly fuck. Give us that.
If you give me a fuck with a hot manly.
Give us.
If you give us those women's breasts that I love. Oh, boobs
and I know exactly how they feel.
how they are to be around.
They're so nice to me.
We should fire them, by the way.
We should fire all boobs.
Fire every white woman so they can hold on to Duke Nukem.